evidently clear from the British records themselves how large the kingdom of Manipur was, how large the territories under its domain were. It's very clear that the Chin people, the so-called Cookies, came from Chin state. They were not Manipuris. They were never in Manipur. It's the British who settled them there. I think it's very clear if you examine just a few historical records, which are all available in the public domain. So I would encourage everybody to look into this. So these claims that your total area was 700 square kilometers are laughable, they are risible, they are asinine, and they are complete propaganda and fiction. The Cookies are not Manipuris. They have never been Indians. They were settled by the British as troublemakers in the late 19th century. So that's the deal. Okay. Waun Chawi says the Cookies are original settlers of Manipur, just as Meiteis and Nagas. So that's complete fiction, like I have just demonstrated. That obviously is what these people claim. Now let's if these people claim that they are the original settlers of Manipur. So this lady is using the word settlers. Settlers. The Meiteis have been around for 3,500 years. They're not settlers. And so the same goes for the Nagas. The Cookies are settlers who were settled artificially as a demographic re-engineering project by the British in Manipur in the late 19th century. And even in the 20th century, the Cookies were always regarded by the government of India as refugees, even though the government of India was settling them in Manipur for some reason. You know what? The government of India after 1947 was absolutely clueless about the far east of India. They had no understanding of the history, the culture, the demographics, anything. Absolutely clueless. They did everything, remote control everything from Delhi, the Nehruvian government, and they simply continued the British policies in Manipur and in the northeast. So they kept on settling these outsiders, these foreigners in India. Let me show you the evidence. You will say, where's the evidence? Where is the proof? Well, please don't mind me showing you some evidence of that. This is June 6 or 8, whatever it is, 1968. It is Under Secretary Rehabilitation, blah, blah, blah. Deputy Commissioner Manipur, that's where the letter comes from. Please refer to my letter number whatever, dated the 6th of April 1968, copy enclosed for ready reference, and expedite your report regarding resettlement of Kuki refugees from Burma. So in 1968, also the government of India was very clear that these Kukis were refugees from Burma. And I don't know why we were settling them in Manipur and in India. Why? Why? Is India a goddamn dharamshala that anybody can be settled? Don't we have any standards? Isn't India supposed to be a sacred land for Indians only? So this is what the government did in 1968. They had been doing this since 1949, since Manipur became a part of India. First the Nehruvian regime and then subsequent regimes. After independence, the Nehruvian regime started issuing missionary visas. Missionary visas. Come, convert our people to your wonderful foreign religion. And it was mainly American missionaries who started flocking to the far east of India, into Manipur, into Nagaland, into Mizoram, and they succeeded wildly in Nagaland and Mizoram. Mizoram was more than 90% Christian by around 1950. That's how rapid the demographic re-engineering was. And Nagaland took about until the 1980s to become 90% Christian. So you can see that the government of India refers to these Kukis as refugees from Burma. So they are not Indians, they are Kuki refugees from Burma. Want to see more? Here we go. Once again, this is from 1968. Once again, it says, this office is not in a position to give comments regarding the legality of the entry of a large number of Kuki tribal refugees from Burma. Whether these refugees are to be accepted in this country is a decision of policy for the government to consider. Some refugees have settled in the vicinity of Konkan Thana village in Ukhrul, and this land is being claimed by the neighboring villages. So you could see the roots of the problem. The neighboring villages were saying this is our land, but the government of India was settling these foreign Kuki alien refugees in India. You see, this was happening in 1968 itself. This problem, the roots go back to the British occupation of Manipur, late second half of 19th century, and even more in the 20th century. The roots are the policies of the Indian government after independence. Ridiculous policies, settling Kuki aliens in Indian soil, Indian territory. And you can see at that time itself, the various local villages were saying, this is our land. How can you give it to these people? So, this disaster, you can see the disaster in the making over here from these letters. The disaster in the making right here. 1968, you can see the roots of the disaster, which we are currently witnessing in Manipur right now. Foreigners being settled in India, claiming Indian territory as their own, and that just continued on and on and on. Here's something more recent. There was a coup in Burma in 2021. The Burmese junta, the Burmese military took back power from Aung San Suu Kyi's government, and there's a civil war going on in Burma, and it's displaced 1,827,000 people since February 21, out of which 53,000 officially from Chin state have entered India's northeast states of Mizoram and Manipur. Who allowed these foreigners to enter India? For what purpose? How did the government of India make the decision of allowing these refugees into India? Is that our problem? Is that India's problem? I just don't understand these goddamn policies, which we are still seeing today. We are still seeing these policies today. Let's see further. And see, it says 53,000 individuals, cookies, have entered as refugees since February 21. That's an official figure. The actual figure, as we all know, is going to be a multiple of that, like 5 times, 10 times of that. Okay. This is a press release from 24th July 2023. So on 23rd of July 23, 705 cookies crossed the India-Myanmar border and entered Manipur, Chandel district. And all the specific details of how many males, how many females, how many children, which area, how many, everything is given in great detail, which means that they did not enter quietly or surreptitiously. Their entry was monitored, and the number of men, children, etc., women, children was all noted down and recorded. Which means the security forces who are guarding the borders allowed this to happen and recorded every single individual. And the government of Manipur has given a show cause notice. Why did you allow this to happen? And send them back. But I'm sure they've not been sent back. Here we have some more. Illegal. It says very clearly illegal immigrants. All these cookies are illegal immigrants. Please understand this. They are not Indians. So this claim that these individuals make, that cookies are original settlers of Manipur, and that's what the Indian media is amplifying. The Indian media, which is, I just don't understand, the Indian media is amplifying all this nonsense. So that's the deal. These cookies are foreign refugees, illegal infiltrators. I think I have demonstrated it very clearly through all these documents. The cookies aren't Indians. They have never been Indians. They have no affinity with Indian culture. They have nothing in common with the people of India, the people of the far east of India, the Meiteis and the Nagas. Nothing in common with them, but they want their territory. That's what's happening. The cookies, they're foreigners, aliens, illegal aliens. Please understand this. Okay, next question. Vinup Malkha.